Hey crafty friends, welcome back to Cardz TV. I'm so excited to show you this new card fold. Now I've gone ahead and made 2 of them so I could make sure I knew how to do it. This one I used a Doodlebug paper pad. Let's see if I can get it over here. This was Simply Spring. I had it in my stash and I loved the little flowers and the colors, and this has some great cut-aparts in it. So that's what I used for the front of this one. And I think it turned out super cute. And yes, I'm still making birthday cards. I've got to get my stash built up again. But I love the way this turned out. Now this one, I used another paper pad I found in my stash. And it's got some fabulous papers inside. Love the colors. Just thought it was so cute. It's called the Blue Barn, and it's a paper studio, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. But I picked these papers out for this one, and I love the way this turned out. These look like strawberries and pomegranates, but I'm not sure, with little black polka dots in the background, and it's got some texture to it. And then just to change this up a little bit, I used this green and white that looks like pillow ticking. I love that one as well. And I used lots of red cardstock. Now to make this card, and it's not hard at all, guys, you need a piece of cardstock for your inside card base. This is 5 1/4 by 11 inches, and we're going to do some scoring. Now if you don't have a scoreboard, you can score this with your trimmer, and this comes with a bone folder. This is a large Martha Stewart scoreboard. But we're going to score this on the 11-inch side at 1 3/4 inches. I'm going to go over it twice, just to make sure I get a good score line. Then we're going to go to 3 1/2. Our next score line is at 5 1/4. And our last score line is going to be at 7 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold my score lines so that I can see them better. We're going to do a mountain fold, a valley fold, another mountain fold, and a valley fold. Then we're going to open it back up, and we're going to get the trimmer, and we're going to do some cut lines. Now I've got my trimmer, and we're going to take our cardstock on the 5 1/4 inch side, and we're going to go into the trimmer and line this up at 1 1/4 inches. All the way down. Now you can see where that first score line is. That's 1 3/4 inches. Then there's the 3 1/2. Then there's the 5 1/4. We are going to make a cut from the 1 3/4 score line all the way down to the 5 1/4. And if you look at the blade in your trimmer and look over here to the side, you can also see that there are measurements. Let me zoom you in a little bit and maybe you can see it better. Okay, so I've got my cardstock lined up at 1 1/4 inches, and I want to go up with my blade because it's a little bit dull. So I'm going to start down here at the 5 1/4 inch, and I look right here and I see this handle is at 5 1/4 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut all the way up to 1 3/4 inches. You can hear it cut, and I can see when my blade gets there, right there. There's our first cut. Now we're going to flip this over, do the same thing on the other side. We're going to go in at 1 1/4 inches. And I'm going to move my blade down because I want to go to that 5 1/4 inch line. And we're going to cut that up to the 1 3/4 inch line, just like on the other side. And here we have our cut lines. Now, when you turn this around, you turn it over this way. All you do is take this middle score line, which is 3 1/2. You pull it up and pinch it, and the rest of the card will just fall right into place. Now it's time to start decorating our card, and for this panel and this panel, I've cut 2 red mats, and these are 1 5/8 by 5 1/8, and they'll go right there. Then for these 4 panels, I've cut 4 pieces of that same red cardstock, and these are 1 5/8 by 1 1/8. They'll go right there. And for these 2 panels, I've cut 2 pieces at 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. They'll go right there. Now for the inside where we're going to put our sentiment, I've cut this red panel, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5, and it's going to go right there. And then when we get all of this done with the pattern paper and the sentiment and everything, we're going to take this red panel and glue this card to this red mat, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I'm going to lay that to the side for right now, and I'm going to go ahead and get these put down, and then we'll come back and I'll give you the dimensions for the pattern paper that's going to go on here. I've got all the red mats on, and now I'm ready for the pattern mats. Now I've cut 2 of the pattern mats to go right here and right here. These are cut at 1 1/2 by 5 inches. Right here I've cut these 2 pattern pieces, and these are 1 1/2 by 2 1/2, and there's that cute little green and white pillow ticking. I love that on there. And then I've cut 4 pieces of the pattern paper at 1 inch by 1 1/2 inch to go on these 4 squares. Just like that. Now to go over here for my sentiment, I've cut a white piece, which I need to stamp before I put down. But this white mat is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and I'm going to put that right there after I stamp my sentiment on there. So I'll grab my glue and get all these attached to the card. I went ahead and stamped "Wishing you the happiest birthday ever." Got that adhered to the front, or to the inside rather. Now I've got a red scalloped oval and a white scalloped oval, and I've stamped "Happy Birthday" on there. Now the red scalloped oval is 1 1/2 inches by 2 1/2 inches, and the white scalloped oval is 1 1/8 by 2 1/8. I've got it on some foam tape, and I'm going to add that right here to the front. Want to get it kind of centered. Then we'll go ahead, get it folded up. Now that's really cute like that, but we're going to take that red mat, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to get this attached to it, and look how that just sets off that card. Here are my finished cards. I've now got more birthday cards in my stash. I'm feeling really good about that, and I'm really feeling good about this one. I love this accordion pop-out fold, and I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to make one. You saw how easy it was to put together, so I hope you'll give it a try. Thank you all so much for coming by today. I love you all. God bless you all, and I'll see you again soon with another card, maybe another fun fold. Bye now.